This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Houston Texans.
Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Tight, 315. Watch the screen, watch the... Look for signals.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 36-yard line.
They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36.
Watch the run. It's soft, baby. That's a baby soft. Mike 40. Four down. Watch the out.
Now it's Wilson. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. J.J. Watt that time able to do what he does best, and that's sack the quarterback. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Wilson. Flushed out right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. This will be fielded at the 17. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
21-yard line.
Reset. 18. Mike 54. Hey, 59. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check.
From the gun, here's Watson. And right away, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 11.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
41's the mic. 41's the mic. Check 41. 3 buzz.
Now Wilson. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Run it. Flare. Under 10. Under 9.
On third down, it's Carson, and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
It's 4th down.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. And Myers able to knock it through, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Hey, 31, alert! You sick as the mic. You.
Watson, he fakes to Johnson and now looks to throw. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third.
And the Texans first down.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. That's caught out wide by Cooks. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
The first quarter with the score Seahawks 3, Texans nothing.
Switch up. Right there, 54. 54, Mike. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Check 54. Check 3.
On 2nd and a couple. Watson forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Finding fouls complete. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, They do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. The first down carry here for Johnson. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 27, Watson. And he rifles one incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. But now it's 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Flush to his right. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Watson going to try and run it. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
It's Deshaun Watson with a touchdown pass to Brandon Cooks.
And the Texans have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's Wilson to throw. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough,
have it on 1st and 10.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
They'll start with the option.
Quick throw completed by Watson. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
To David Johnson. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans will extend their lead.
CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better, and I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're in a 13-3 hole here now as they come up on 1st down. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Right here, 41 Mike. Hey, 0.
Now it's Carson. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
It's a gain of 8.
Here we go.
Brings up second and 2.
Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25.
He's running.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 55 yards. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks.
Check 41.
And he'll get in for the 2 points, and in so doing, cut the deficit to 2 points.
Texans 13. Seahawks 11. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
At the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Got some room at the 30. It's caught left side by Cooks. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. Watson on first down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Another try after the first down sack. Watson escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Watson off play action. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
Man, these niggas won't block, bro.
And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Strip that ball. Hatchie. Hey, 24.
The final shot before the break. Watson sliding out of the pocket. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
They're running it.
And they start the second half with Johnson. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Texans push further out in front.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Fields this way up at the 17. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They run it with Carson. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Flush. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Texans scoop it. Then he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him.
54's Mike.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Here's a quick throw right side, and it's complete. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
And they run the option on 2nd down.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. A shotgun snap for Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They'll begin the drive with Carson. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To throw is Wilson. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Carlos Watkins just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. After the interception, here's Watson being chased out left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. They were searching for the tight end, Darren Fells. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
From the 50, it's Watson. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. You must be dreaming. Check, crunch. 54!
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. That is caught inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. From 21 yards away. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown.
Did you see how the linebackers froze for just a second? That's why you run play action. You want to keep them rooted in the spot and create a little bit of extra space so your tight end can find some room behind him. And then the quarterback finds his target downfield, and he turns it into 6 points.
And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Check hot route. Hot.
Throwing is Wilson. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Whitney Merciless, showing no mercy, flies in for the sack.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. And the Seahawks on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be third and forever. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Returnable here from the 38. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
That's a horrible throw, dude.
Maybe the turning point they need. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now it's Wilson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson. He'll find Metcalf.
Something wrong with this damn thing.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
He's coming. 14. We got double up. Alert.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And
He out of bounds.
Caught in the
Yeah,
end
his foot
zone
was
for the
in the-
Seahawk touchdown. Greg Olsen there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. It'll be Carson. They run for it. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit.
Seahawks 19. Jason Myers to kick off 4th.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
QT on the return. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock defensively.
Three of y'all that want him.
So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Switch.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
You got tight right there. 29.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And Watson's going to throw it here. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't draw many like that one. 2nd down.
Fuck the Texans, man.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Now it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there. Well, that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Vernon Hargreaves with a pick, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Throwing now, Watson. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll contain him to just
Good game,
4.
man.
2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
24.
Watson, he fakes to Johnson and now looks to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Trey Flowers picks it.
Watson's pass intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 48.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Vernon Hargreaves with a pick. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, we got Mike 50, Mike 50, huh? Come off the ball hard. Hey, Mike,
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Trey Flowers picks it, and that will write a finish to this ball game.
make it happen.
Tonight's final score.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Seattle. This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Check 24, check 24. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. 14.
Now Wilson on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. I'm not sure exactly what they had planned for play number one from scrimmage, but I can guarantee it wasn't that interception.
No doubt about that one, because in their daydream, this was going to be a dream play to get things started. Instead, it turned into a nightmare for them.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. So after the INT, it's Breeze. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. But it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Breeze finding Kamara, and they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
Gain of 18 on the play. 1st down, Saints.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Ready. 95, 56, 95, 56.
Now this time, Breeze will throw. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. That's Alvin Kamara with a grab from Drew Brees. And the Saints have taken the early lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha. That was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Second and 11.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I know he ain't got it. Switch.
From the gun, it's Wilson. They'll lock him with a grab over the middle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and is much more successful as well.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And his pass incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
That's what I do. 56 to Mike. 56.
They run the counter. Carson. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line.
Hello.
Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Huh?
He finds his man, the tight end Olsen, and able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
Just on regular hair. No, it was like great.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He finds his running back, Hyde. That catch good for only a couple.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson flushed out right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 45 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
They go play action. Winston eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete.
Intended for Jared Cook.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Off the play fake. Winston. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Benson Mayowa gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. Oh, this is off the side of his foot, and he got that one all wrong. That goes almost directly out of bounds, and this is going to be spotted inside the 25-yard line.
Here we go again.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It was Cameron Jordan who came in and got him. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Cameron Jordan so tough to block as he gets in there to record the sack. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Spot that. Check 99.
Now Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
It's 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
And it's 3rd down.
Play fake. Winston. And that is incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Returnable for Lockett. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 43-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal.
Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Myers connects on the PAT. And it's now 21-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
He fakes the give here and looks to throw.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
And that was Carlos Dunlap who got in to take him down.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Horrible.
Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
At the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Carson. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, 34 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
14. First down,
What's time?
New
Tight
Orleans.
end right. What's time? 5-9. 3 down. Hey.
From the gun, it's Breeze.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
Breeze.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
The 47-yard line.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 550. Sammy.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Mike's 50.
Shotgun now for Breeze.
Dude, I did not
Pressure
put you
comes.
on
He's
it.
taken down by the Seahawk defense. Carlos Dunlap able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Brings up 4th down.
So Breeze is going to stay out there, and they're going to go for this on 4th down. So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. And he finds Cook. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for number 3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The first play of the second half. A big success, over 30 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On play action, it's Breeze. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
A gain of 13 yards.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. On play action, now Breeze. Flush to his right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
95-56, 95-56. Let's go, D.
Play action. Breeze. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Breeze now. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first.
A gain of 2 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Breeze now to throw. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Complete to Michael Thomas.
A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Right here.
Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
All right. Let's go, D. Let's go. Fair. Hey, let's get this. Check 31. Check 31. Friday. Check 49.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And he will be marked down inside of New Orleans 10. It's a big play there for Seattle. 63 yards.
8-yard line.
Let's go. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. They run for it with Carson, and he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand.
Ready. 5-9. 11. 54. Watch 54. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our.
In his own end zone, it's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
At the 7-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And the Saints, 1st down.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 12-yard line.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the curve.
Now a play fake. Breeze. It got his man, complete. He's at the 30, 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 87 yards. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, trying to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. 12. You don't want it. Kill. 14, Friday. Kill, turn up. 12. Tighten up.
Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st down, Carson. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
2nd and 5.
He's not going to get me.
At the 47-yard line.
Check three. Friday.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good run.
And this will be caught at the 30. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big pickup of 38. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Hey, kill. You got motion man right there.
Back to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
56. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 56. Mike. 36 power. Right there. 56. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Check, check. Fresno. 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 Watch out. Watch out. Watch out.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Fuck that. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Wilson to throw. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Harris returning. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.